Welcome back to Moon Harbor Heroes. Today's issue is Cataclysm Crew, issue 21, About Time. On the cover, Amber and Alan kiss, their bodies taking up much of the foreground. Behind them, laid across the throne dramatically, is Tatiana. A speech bubble from her reads, "Finally." We turn the page and our story begins.
I think we can cut ahead a little bit. So we cut in on the group of you in the cave, probably about 15 minutes later. We got 15 minutes till midnight. And the group of you, everyone's in the cave. Tatiana's stretching very obnoxiously in the front. And she's like, okay, so when I open the portal, one of you lightning bugs should go ahead and zap it. And we'll hopefully be able to navigate back and land roughly in the 2010s.
Al is gonna just look at his watch and be like, guys, why are we all in such a rush? We've still got like 6 hours.
Also, we want to get to 2020.
She looks at you and she's like, right, 2020. Sure, okay.
Lucy still has the backpack full of everyone's street clothes, and I think she's just going to start passing them out and say, like, so we don't look insane when we get back.
Tatiana, gives Al a look and she's like, are you gonna just change here?
Don't change in front of the redhead.
I have all my clothes on underneath, and Al's costume shifts because it was like the togas, but because it's psychic powers, it'll just shift and it'll go away.
She sighs and she's like, oh, no fun. And then she looks at Lucy and she's like, what about you?
I played sports. I know how to get changed without taking clothes off.
In the last panel of that moment, Tatiana cocks an eyebrow at Squire, who immediately covers up.
So, Tatiana, bored all of those lives. You don't think we're going to immediately try to report you to some sort of authority?
She looks at you and she kind of grins and she's like, well, technically I'm a refugee from another dimension. So I think I probably get I don't know, some sort of protection. Call it sanctuary or something.
4 walls and a locked door. That's the only sanctuary I'll be giving you.
Al would like to butt in and just be like, hey, how about we argue after we're safely back in our own time instead of before when plans could change?
She looks at Al and she's like, yeah, listen to the cute one.
Did something happen while you guys were wherever you were?
She looks at everyone and she's like, I mean, no, he's just objectively the cute one. You can ask anyone. I mean, ask Rat Boy over there.
Al is going to stick his tongue out at Alan.
Max kind of gets to his feet. He's like, we're calling Saber as soon as we get back. There's no point in hiding it, and we know you're going to fight us on it.
Honestly, guys, I don't think Saber's going to do anything to somebody not from our dimension. But also, let's discuss this when we're back on our own time.
I've been living at Saber headquarters for the last God knows how many years. They're going to be really interested in Tatiana. Anyways, who are you? I don't think we've been properly introduced. Alan actually walks over to Al and looks at his side where the lightning struck, and he kind of winces and he's like, I'm sorry about that. That was not intended for you.
Yeah, well, you gotta buy me a new shirt. And Al's gonna gesture to the gaping burnt hole that's in the street clothes he was wearing.
Yeah, Saber will cover that. Don't worry. Oh, and he turns to Amber and Max and says, I'm guessing you found the emails, didn't you?
Yeah, I fixed your phone. I figured we could talk when we got back.
Tatiana looks at you both and is like, no, just talk now. It's so interesting.
No, I think I'm good till later when you're not around.
Anyone else want to do anything before we jump to midnight?
All I want is a panel, overhead panel, of all the entire group and just dots like they normally do word bubbles, but all of us have a word bubble over our heads where it's just 3 dots, just awkward silence.
Perfect. I think we actually get 2 of those panels or 3 of those panels. It's everyone's got the dots and half the people have the dots, and then we're just sitting in silence. And then there's onomatopoeia of a clap, and Tatiana's like, all right, positions everyone, and she puts her hand out and gestures forward and a portal opens.
Alan lowers his head as electricity just starts swirling around him, up. his body, and when he opens his eyes, they're like glowing bright white. And he puts both his hands out in front of him and says, "Here goes," and just large amounts of electricity start. I say oozing, but like bursting out of his hands towards the portal.
Perfect. Is everyone about to jump forward? Everyone about to jump into the portal?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
All
Bring
right.
the sword with me.
Alan, I'm going to have you roll a custom move, which I'm sending to you now, but I'll also read out loud for our listeners. When you travel through time or space, roll plus freak. On a 7 to 9, choose 2. On a 10 plus, choose 1. The options are, your arrival is massive, public, and destructive. You arrive later or earlier than you intend to. You arrive in a different geographic location than you intend to. Or you bring someone or something unplanned with you.
Oh, this is so good.
I dig it. Let's go.
If we arrive earlier, oh, thank God. Never mind. Ignore what I was going to
Nice.
say.
All right, that's a 10. And it seems like you were bringing Tatiana with you, so she can't be the something.
I'm gonna bring someone or something unplanned with us.
Cool. So the portal crackles open, and then like electricity hits it. For a moment, it looks like nothing's about to happen, and then it like cracks open, and you see the like wreckage of town hall and the like police tape all around it. You can see through the portal like lightning crackling everywhere, and then you all jump through and land in the like ruins of town hall where we last saw Alan. And you all are standing there and looking around. What do you do?
Was it that we brought through that we didn't plan to?
Oh, you'll just have to find out, won't you?
I
Damn.
am checking my phone to make sure that we did get to the correct time.
Yeah, your phone auto syncs to your Wi-Fi and like starts getting like all sorts of notifications, news notifications. It seems that a group of like once retired supervillains have all de-aged pretty massively.
Oh,
And
shit.
there's a pretty massive fight happening over in the historic part of town, over by like the college.
Max also has his phone out connected to Machina's Wi-Fi and fires off a quick tweet that says, "We back, hashtag Time Wizard can't keep us down."
Just to continue with this theme, I think Lucy's also going to go on her phone, but for like pure nerd reasons, to A, make sure they're back in the right time, and B, make sure that like she doesn't have like homework or shit due.
Lucy, when you open your phone, you have like 9 text messages.
I was expecting that.
Remind me of your boy's name?
Calvin.
Calvin, yeah. You've got like a bunch of text messages from Calvin being like, wait, you jumped over it, ... but you, ... wait, I'm so confused, ... Lucy, ... text me back, ... and then in all caps, Lucy, ... Lucy, ... and then ... fuck this, I'm going to bed, period.
Shit. I'm going to send him off a text being like, let's talk tomorrow.
You took the time, and it's like roughly 4 a.m.
Alan looks over at
Or
Lucy.
today, rather.
Alan looks over at Lucy and says, "Boyfriend problems?
I mean, not technically.
What have I missed?" Also,
Also,
did I
hi.
do this?
Also, hi, nice to meet you.
Tyrannus, fly by, Tyrannus. The Time Wizard named her.
Speaking of the Time Wizard, are we going? You know what? Never mind. Flyby. Hi. Sorry about the poor meeting earlier. I'm Alan.
How's it going? What's happening?
Oh, wait. Alan, have you seen City Hall? I think she just wants like gestured all around them.
Where's Tatiana?
True. Shit.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's fully gone.
So I would like to imagine that as soon as we got through, Al started portaling, like maybe 40, 30 portals all around the area. And then he just walks through portal and says, "Guys, we're back. We're back. We're back. It worked."
And as you get back right as they say, "Where's Tatiana?" And you notice that Tatiana is not there.
Amber's pulling her phone back out again, and can we get a panel where we see her sending a text to Outlet? Hey, we should talk.
Cool. At that moment, all of your phones ding, and it's an emergency alert being like, state of emergency. Please evacuate the vicinity.
Can we get a panel where Amber and Max lock eyes?
Yup.
Now, Alan still doesn't have his phone, right?
Oh wait, Amber does have it. She's totally been carrying it around this entire time. So yeah, I'm gonna hand it back to him.
Alan, you have a lot of messages when you check it. Like, I don't think Amber opened your text messages. She just opened your emails. So you have like probably 45, 50 text messages from like Glacier and Boost and Outlet and a couple of the Saber operatives all being like, what the hell did you do? Where are you? Seriously, this isn't funny, kid. Hope you're okay. Like lots of that kind of stuff.
Alan looks at the phone and just kind of scrolls through the text messages real quick, and then just hits the power button, the lock button, and then looks down and says, "Oh, I still need pockets." Okay, Al, was it?
Yeah. What's up?
Can we open a portal to Max's home? Because I think I left a change of clothes there.
What direction does Max live in from here?
He lives a little bit east of here, like 15 minutes east of here.
Okay, so now knowing that information, I was gonna say, everybody, grab on, don't let go.
Okay, cool.
I'll grab on.
This is an instant transmission scene, isn't it?
No, Al's gonna open a portal beneath everyone, like at least 100 feet in the air, so that he can see Max's house.
Well, when he opens it, can we please get a panel where Amber's saying, "God, I fucking hate it when he does this."
Al is gonna lock eyes with Max's house, and then open a portal on the ground so that everybody has to fall the 100 feet. And then as they all fall through the portal, Al's just gonna probably be the only one standing who's just gonna walk out of the portal.
So, are we 100 feet in the air? Is that where we're at?
You're making us fall 100 feet? Like, that's
Nah.
gonna hurt.
Nah. As soon as we start falling through the portal and I realize we're in the air, Alan is going to begin flying, and he's basically going to wrap his arms around Max and Amber and be like, no falling today. And then he's going to look at
Thanks.
Flyby and say, wait, can you fly?
She's gonna no and screaming that she's falling.
Al is gonna wrap his arms around Lucy and just drag her down through the portal, all the way down to the ground through the portal with him.
And I think that's where we cut away from you all for a moment. As you all are doing that and being super, super extra in the sky, we cut to a panel on a rooftop near City Hall, and we see from behind Tatiana looking at the group of you. We see like her red hair flowing in the wind, and she's like, home sweet home, I guess. And then she turns, and we see Asus standing there. And Asus, who hadn't spoken, who we thought didn't speak English, said, "Yeah, welcome home, boss." And we cut back to all of you in Max's house.
Can I do a thing real quick?
I was gonna say, can we say that we've all changed now? We're back in modern clothes.
I want to do something before we even get to that. So they're gonna pop through the portal, and she's gonna smack Al on the shoulder like she did before, and be like, "What the fuck, dude? Why do you keep doing that?"
'Cause it's fun.
For you.
Al's gonna like raise an eyebrow and like gesture at the ground as a small portal is gonna like slowly spread open, and all she's gonna see through it is clouds.
Don't you dare.
How are the three of us arriving since Alan just grabbed us and started flying?
So I think actually what happens is Alan flies to what was Max's house. But remember, Max lives a floor down from there now. So he probably lands on that like balcony, that or like the window washer wagon that you all used a couple episodes ago, which is at the upper level. But now you have to like get down a floor. So let's get you all arriving there.
Oh, yeah. I moved. Saber's kind of after me, so my secret lair is one floor down.
Wait. Why is Saber after you? What? Is Saber after us? Or just you?
Just me. Remember that?
Yeah.
Get out of the classroom?
Yeah.
Kind of got out who I am.
Oh. But I destroyed the
It's been a crazy few weeks.
I think they might be cutting you some leniency because you work for them.
Also,
did
everyone
work for them.
thought you were dead.
I thought I was dead. Or dying? Yeah, it's difficult to explain. Anyway, so a floor down?
Yep.
Alan looks at Amber and says, "Can you zap the controls, or do I need to?"
She's doing it. She's already on it.
Cool. And we move down down a floor, and we see Lucy and Al like sitting on Max's bed.
Al would like to just look at it and be like, God, took you long enough.
No hanky panky while we were gone, did you?
Please, next time, take me with you. I never want to fall like that again.
I didn't know you couldn't fly. I'm sorry.
I didn't pick the name. The name picked me.
Time wizard.
Right. What are your powers?
You know, that's an excellent question.
I can't believe you guys don't trust me to portal you guys. How long have we been in a team?
30
Less than
minutes.
24 hours.
I mean, I trust you, but I just hate it when you open it up under my feet. I hate it so much. I say it every time.
You love it. Don't lie.
No. Shaking my head. Nope.
At that moment, Amber, your phone dings, and it's a message from Outlet. And Outlet's like, kind of busy, lots of supervillains fighting at the university. Chat later, question mark?
Need help? Question mark.
Outlet texts back yes, and immediately Lynx texts all of you and says no in all caps.
Amazing.
Do they have my phone number?
Yeah, Saber has your phone number. Saber doesn't have Lucy's number yet, so Lucy does not get a text. But the second you joined that team, they got your number.
So Alan would pipe up and say, so let's get changed and go cause some cataclysm.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Welcome to Cataclysm crew.
Big old group high five.
And then I think we had a couple panels of everyone like getting dressed. And Max, you look down at your phone again. You had gotten a message earlier that you hid from the group. And there is a text from Vixen that says, all right, kid, you're on.
And Max at this point is fully in Rascal King costume. He kind of looks out at the rest of the group. He's like, hey, I think I'm going to sit this one out. I'm still kind of drunk and been a lot of heroing.
I was gonna grab him by the arm and be like, no, you gotta come. I was hit by lightning and I'm still gonna go. You gotta come.
You don't get to tell me what I have to do.
I think I want Al to take a powerful blow for that.
Damn, okay. What do I have to roll? Conditions? Well,
Can I
have...
instead just spend my influence to inflict a condition?
Yep, go ahead.
That's
Yeah, I'm going to do that
worse.
instead.
What are you marking?
I'm gonna go with insecure because I don't think Al has realized why Max is so angry. Because if Al understood, because Max is kind of 180'd like real quick, because Al didn't think he had really done anything wrong. They had just had a really nice talk. But so he's a little confused and he doesn't know why. So guilty would make sense if he did know why.
Cool.
I like it.
Mark insecure. And then the group is gonna...
Can I get a bit with Max before we go?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I want to check in with him. He's never done this. So I just kind of want to pull him aside, and be like, "You okay?"
Can we get this after everyone else has left the building?
Or like at least the room.
Yeah.
I think the group like goes towards the living room to like get ready to leave, and Amber lingers behind for a minute.
Okay, cool.
You okay, Max?
Yeah, I'm just tired. That took a lot out of me. And I think Amber knows Max is lying.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you piercing the mask? Or are you just gonna like?
I'm gonna pierce the mask.
All right.
I want to know what's up. Oh boy, what is my mundane?
Cool. On a
Ooh,
seven.
wait, I need to. I forgot about a condition, so that's actually -2 more, so 5.
Cool. That is a fail.
Great.
You
Does
want
that
to?
include the influence you have over Max?
I do have influence.
So
No, because I'm gonna sigh and like I think my posture changes to a bit more like slightly more relaxed, and I'm gonna spend a team to push that up to back up to a 7.
Oh,
Because I'm hiding things, but I kind of don't want to.
cool.
that's a very Max thing to say.
On a 7 to 9, you can ask one.
What do you intend to do?
Max kind of like holds his phone out, and you can see that there's a text message from Vixen. I don't think you could read what it says. And he kind of sighs and goes, she offered me help and training, and after all that, I think I need to take it.
I'm holding my hand up for a high five. Like, that sounds awesome.
Seeing that, Max gets a big grin, high fives, and goes, I'll catch up with you when I can.
Okay. This is weird. I don't think I've gone out fighting without you.
Yeah, me neither. But I know you can do it.
That sounds like you're comforting and supporting.
As a 12? If it's mundane, I can do it.
That is a 12. On a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. On a 10 plus, you can also add a team to the pool or clear condition yourself.
Is he picking or am I?
You got to pick which one of the options if you open up. So you have to open up first. But
Yeah, I'm definitely opening up.
So what are you saying?
Yeah, I mean we've I guess we have an entirely new teammate and we have Alan back.
Max grin fades just the tiniest bit. He's like, yeah, he's kind of different. I'm a little worried, but mainly happy.
Hopefully he'll get better now that he's back here.
Yeah, I think he just needs to spend more time with you. I'm gonna add a team to the pool for my option there.
Cool. And Amber, do you want to clear a condition? What are your options there? Potential clear condition or shift labels?
I want to clear guilty.
Cool. It is cleared. Anything else you all want out of that scene before we cut to the group arriving at the university? I'm
good.
I think just like we get a big hug.
Yeah.
Tell Vixen I say hi.
I'm sure she'll be glad to hear from you.
We turn the page and we open at the university, aka Lucy's old stomping grounds. And we open back on how are you all arriving there? Are we flying in? Are we portaling in? What's happening? Taking the motorcycle? What's happening?
Portaling, of course.
I think that actually would be fine. Like a portal opens up and they step out and Alan flies through. Only to stop and land like a superhero team walking out of a portal or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a really heroic and kind of amazing shot of all of you just like crashing through and then landing. And you arrive and there's a lot of chaos going on. It's pretty wild, pretty hectic. And the first thing you see is a group of very like old-fashioned looking villains. They were known as the Robberettes. It's a group of like 3 female robbers. And they are pretty mundane. They're just like traditional robbers in like the stereotypical like striped outfits with the domino masks on. Or like the bandana masks on. And they like see you and they're like, oh, great, more heroes? And then they kind of charge at you. What do you all want to do? I think the first person to react is probably going to be Lucy, because she's familiar with this place enough to like see what's amiss.
Yeah, I was going to say that I'm probably going to do a quick scan and see what's going on to see if there's any like major landmarks, see if there's anybody who I recognize, make sure that like civilians aren't going to be getting hurt in this.
Go ahead and roll to assess the situation.
That is a 13.
Excellent. On a 13, I believe you can ask 2, 3, a handful.
2.
2, that's what it is. On a 13, you can ask 2.
What here is in the greatest danger?
It looks like there's a group of like 10 or 12 like super villains, like super powered villains, launching an attack on the Museum of Superheroics.
Oh, damn, hitting you below the belt.
Oh, that was the Museum of
Superheroics, something like that. That sounded
cool.
right.
I think that was it. Yeah. So the Museum of Superheroics looks like it's in the most danger right now.
And how can we best end this quickly?
There are a lot of villains. It looks like your best option is to just like knock them out.
All right, she says to the group, let's just go.
Hell yeah.
So
and I still totally have that sword. So I'm charging with that.
Perfect. You attacking the Robberettes?
Yeah, they're right in front of us.
Cool. Go ahead and roll to directly engage a threat.
Damn, 12. I want to resist or avoid their blows and create an opportunity for my allies.
So yeah, tell me what that looks like.
Amber just lifts up the sword like she's kind of had it in her hand, but just loosely. And we see it just start sparking again. And she gets this grin on her face and just starts charging with it like lifted above her head. I don't think she's trying to like really hurt them so much as kind of look really threatening.
Cool. Yeah, I think you like scare them backwards. They like stumble and they just like go running. They're like, we did not sign up for this. And they are gone.
Nice.
But you did get an opportunity for one of your allies. So I think that probably will go to Alan. Tyrannus,
Okay.
what are you doing?
So Tyrannus is kind of floating there. Paint the scene again. What other? I noticed the robberettes were there, but what were the other baddies in our
There's
vision?
just a huge assortment. There's like 10 or 12 of them. The reason I said 10 or 12, there's one who can like replicate himself, and there are 3 of them. So there are 10 villains, but 2 of them, or there's 2 replicas of him, so 10 or 12. And they're like launching an attack on the Museum of Superheroics.
He's actually going to fly above them and say, "Not today, guys." And basically, do I still have any burn? I don't think I do. As I'm flying that way, I'm going to charge my burn, which means I get to roll. And then he's going to fire a reality storm in front of them. Of course, not trying to do collateral damage. It's just more of a... Actually, I'm going to do not reality storm. I'm going to do worship. I'm going to fly above them and then basically launch a giant beam of electricity or bolt of electricity into the middle of them, not to try to hurt them, but more to scare them. And that would be spend 1 burn to awe an audience and to silence, respect, or attention when I unleash my powers.
Cool. So let's see what your burn rolled.
Okay. I mark a condition, but I get 3 burn.
Cool. And then you're going to use worship?
Yep, and I'm going to use worship.
Cool. Tell me what that looks like on the page.
So he flies above this group of villains, and you're going to see lightning, like a storm cloud, appear above him. Lightning is going to hit him and then flow directly through him, like directed at these individuals. It's going to like wrap around him, kind of like a, I was going to say a tack-in beam, like from Ghostbusters, where it wraps around the ghosts. But it's going to wrap around Alan, and then he's just going to be releasing that energy through his hands, directed towards the group of baddies.
Spectacular. They kind of fall back, and you hear some murmurs, and they're like, "Wait, I thought that one is dead. That one hasn't been around for." But we, and like, a couple of the baddies start like turning and like stumbling backwards, and they are running straight over towards the group. Al, you are right there as this like group of villains starts running towards you. What do you do?
Let's just open a portal like 20 feet in the air underneath them.
Cool. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers. For a group that big, it's going to be kind of tough. Cool. That is a 9. On a 7 to 9, you can either mark potential, or you can either mark a condition, or it'll be unstable or temporary.
I really like unstable or temporary.
Cool. So you open the portal and they start falling through. This is a group of about 12 villains. One of them looks at you and kind of cocks her eyebrow. People might recognize her as Misdirect. Miss, M-I-S-S, space, direct. She's really good at taking people's powers and like changing them. So the villains fall into the portal, and she cocks an eyebrow, and then the portal opens up on top of you, like a foot above you, and the villains just like start pouring out on top of you and your team.
Shit.
I don't think it's enough to take a powerful blow. They're not attacking you. They're just like falling and knocking you down. But you are definitely like knocked akimbo. Amber, you probably have a second to react now. What do you do?
Can I see outlet?
No, outlet is not in sight.
Cool. What is around that I can go after?
That you can attack, or you can like draw energy from.
I mean, really anything. Like, what are the current surroundings?
You're standing kind of in the middle of the quad. The museum's up ahead. There are a couple like academic buildings to either side. Behind you is the like student union, and right next to you, there's a group of villains just like falling from the sky on top of Al.
Like that's it. There's no other villains around.
I mean, there's some like people flying above. There's some like hero villain types whipping through the sky, but this seems to be like a pretty quiet area.
Okay.
Either all has moved inside, or there's stuff happening on other parts of campus. It just seems like these 12 were sent to attack the museum.
Cool. Are they still falling, or have they already fallen?
I'm gonna say like a third of them have already fallen, and a couple of them are still in the air falling.
Cool. I wanted to send out, like, point the sword forward and kind of up a bit and, like, send out some electricity at them, the ones that are currently falling, since I don't want to hit my teammates.
Cool. What are you trying to do with that lightning? Are you just, like, hitting them? Are you hurting them? What's your plan?
Paralyzing them. When you get hit with electricity, or you're being electrocuted, you freeze up. You can't move.
Cool. That's gonna be a roll to directly engage a threat.
Okay. 7.
Excellent. So on a 7 to 9, you can pick one.
I think that's my worst directly engage a threat in a while. Take something from them. Their mobility.
Great. Yeah, so the lightning hits a group of them. They're kind of falling through the portal, so they are knocked stunned as they kind of land in piles around Al. One of them like bounces off him in a kind of comical way. And at that moment, you hear this like whoosh, and this like orange streak of light strikes through the air and crash lands in the middle of the quad. And then these like 4 or 5 beams of just orange light just blast out from this person in the middle of the field. And all the villains just get knocked pretty far. Like, these villains are knocked into the air and then held up by these beams of orange light. And the orange light dissipates, and you see, standing in the middle of the field, a superhero you've never seen before. And he kind of grins at all of you, and he's like, "Don't worry, kids. We have everything under control now." And at that moment, these huge mechanical wings unfurl, and you see this, like, orange and black pattern on it. And we get an editor's box that says, "Monarch Man, corporate-sponsored hero by Monarch Power, a.k.a. Maximilian Myers, a.k.a. Max's uncle."
Oh my god. Would any of us recognize him? I guess specifically Amber?
No, he's brand new on the scene. He is a brand new superhero.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if I would like even recognize him as Max's uncle.
I don't think Max has ever talked about having an uncle.
Cool. I figured since I've literally been crashing at your place, it was worth checking.
Yup.
Yeah, Maximilian is the person that Max was named after, but he doesn't talk about him a lot. We'll probably find out why eventually.
So is this like a brand new super that has like literally just like come onto the scene, or one that we just haven't encountered before?
This is a brand new super.
Damn, okay.
However, momentarily, a couple supers land next to him. Less bolt of lightning-y, or like less like blast of lighty. More like one of them flies in and a couple of them like kind of land. And you recognize a handful of established supers who have never really joined up with teams before. These are all people who, for one reason or another, have chosen not to join Miss Saber, not to join with any other team. And you see Bomb Squad, who's a kind of Iron Man-esque, like, genius kind of character. His whole thing is like he's very, very cool under pressure and like can defuse bombs kind of at a moment's notice. He's not super, he's just very smart and very calm and collected and very, very rich. You see Penny Whistle, who is a woman made out of copper, whose whole thing is that she is like a steam-powered hero. She can like blast steam out of her hands. And a few other supers that we might recognize. Most notable in this group, we see Dark Mark. Dark Mark is this world's Batman, and in at least some capacity, at least some iteration of Dark Mark, recently discovered to have been the Dark Rider, though we don't know if that is this Dark Mark. We know that this Dark Mark is with them. So you see, again, this group of heroes, adult heroes. These are adults. These are grown-ups. And Monarch Man lifts his hands up in the air, and all the villains are just held up by these beams of orange light. And then he just flicks his wrist, and they go slamming into one of the academic buildings. And, like, it's hard enough that they hit the wall, but he, like, has clearly slowed their descent, so it's not going to cause any collateral damage. And he's like, "Don't worry, kids. The team is on it. We've got it from here." And that is where this issue ends.
Can we get, like, one panel of, like, I guess it's just the three of us, since Alan went and flew off, of us just like looking at each other.
Actually, Alan would have flown back over in this time frame and landed beside you guys and have the same absolutely confused look on his face.
Be like, "No, we're still fighting. Cataclysm crew is on it."
Monarch Man flutters down. And do you have a helmet on, Amber?
No, she just has a mask.
And he like ruffles your hair and he's like, "That's it, kid. Keep telling yourself that."
Moon Harbor Heroes is produced by Anthony Sheets and TP Huth, and edited by Anthony Sheets. Anthony can be found on Twitter at Icy New Year or at icynewyear.com. T is the host of Incubator on Air, a new play podcast available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play. She can be found at T Huth Playwright on Twitter or TPHuth94 on Instagram. Cataclysm Crew is GM'd by TP Huth. Flyby is played by Jane Barry. You can find her at Jane-Tarzan on Twitter. Rascal King is played by me, Anthony Sheets. Machina is played by Elliot Peterson. She can be found at Elliot Yulin on Instagram. Blue Samurai is played by William Hendry. You can find him on Twitter at RockoutWill321 or on Steam as Cypress_Grunham. Our logo was designed by Beautiful Beasties. She can be found on Instagram at beastly.doodles or at patreon.com/beautifulbeasties. The music of this issue is Mistake the Getaway by Kevin MacLeod. A link to his website and the license will be in the show notes. If you want to get a hold of us, email us at moonharborheroes@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at moonharborcast. If you enjoyed this issue, please leave us a review on iTunes and tell a friend. Word of mouth and 5-star reviews are really the best way for us to keep bringing these stories to more people. If you'd like to support us financially, check us out on patreon.com/moonharborheroes. Supporting us there will give you access to bonus episodes each month. And thanks for helping us save the world. We'll see you next issue.